first
right.
question is, Mr. Tahmakera, what are your complete qualifications to be the Comanche Nation Secretary-Treasurer?
I have 25 years of business experience in the retail world. I was accountable for taking care of the budget, keeping purchases in line with
That's good.
sales, and projecting for the future as to what we expected, hoped, and dreamed that our sales would increase, of course. And as the general manager over the retail stores, I was responsible for employees as well as taking care of the inventory and holding those in line in a proper balance.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. What are your goals as a Secretary-Treasurer position if you do get the position?
As the Secretary-Treasurer of the Comanche Nation, I really feel that we have an opportunity to affect some change, to increase our accountability, our responsibilities as members of the Comanche Nation, and I would endeavor to do so as the Secretary-Treasurer of the tribe.
Good. Where do you honestly see the tribe financially in 3 years?
In looking at the budget of the tribe, I really feel like we have certainly had our share of growth in the past years. Gaming has been very, very good to us. With the opening of some new casinos and new operations of hotel entities, I really feel like that it's probably time to start slowing down on that growth. It probably will start leveling out. And if it does, then we need to be responsible and act accordingly and go in that vein with just being very responsible for our assets and for the monies that comes in from gaming.
Yes. Okay. What, if any, changes do you want to make for the tribe?
That's a difficult question. Changes usually are very difficult with people. That's just part of human nature. They really appreciate things to go status quo without a tremendous amount of change. And I do believe it is time for some change. I've noticed the voting patterns. They seem to really be leaning to people with honest ethics, with a good standard track record of being responsible for the money, being responsible for where the money goes, what good it provides. We have some excellent programs, and I really probably wouldn't change any programs as that goes. It's just a matter of making sure they are streamlined and running efficiently and going along with the guidelines that were set up, the desire of what they wanted when they instituted each program.
Okay. Many people have asked for and demanded a tribal court system. Will you establish one, and what are some ideas that you have about the tribal court system?
I really thought about that question quite a bit. I'm not quite sure what a tribal court system does in that respect. I certainly would get in touch with that information, though, and I'd be happy to work with it and be a part of that if that is a process that people wanted.
That's good. What is your promise in the matter of turning in the CBC minutes to both the BIA and to the General Counsel?
Once again, I'm not familiar with the system as it works now. We have our minutes, and I've always kept up with the minutes and read what happened in most meetings. I'm just not familiar with why the BIA would need to be privy to that. So again, as I learn and endeavor to learn, I'd certainly make an intelligent decision on that as the time came.
Okay. What is your stance on the proposed 60% RAP?
the revenue allocation
Allocations.
program. Thank you. We have 5 branches that participate in the monies. The education, social services,
Yes.
Administration, land acquisition, and economic development all share in that gaming revenue. And as I understand it, that increase would take away from our services that we provide now. I feel like our services that we provide now are very vital, very important, and I do believe that I would tend to feel that we need to allow that money to go towards those things. Education is very important. I feel like we have to have some vision for down the road. We're looking at times when our children are growing up in a society that are leading them in a direction that possibly would be harmful or detrimental to their way of life. And I just feel like the services that we do provide are valuable. We really need to keep them. We need to look towards the future, allowing our children to be a vital part of that. And whether it means a few more dollars in our pocket, I think we could forgo that. We're certainly in that position of,
Yes.
it's a difficult choice for sure.
Yes. Earlier this year, the General Council voted out the economic development portion of the budget. If the 2005 relocation allocation plan says 25% must go to economic development, what is your solution?
Well, economic development is a vital part of the program that goes on now. We provided jobs. We have opportunities for people to work, to make an honest wage. And unfortunately, our economic development fell on some hard times this year. We've certainly dropped the ball in that situation in several areas. But as we can rebuild and regrow that situation and put it into the guidelines to where we have some parameters to keep it balanced. We really economic development is an important branch. We can offer jobs, we can offer training. There's lots of avenues to really assist our people through economic development.
In the last report, the casinos employ fewer than 17% Comanche tribal members. What is your promise to the nation that will increase, and what is your estimate?
That is an extremely difficult situation. We have people that really need work, that really have a desire, and to have that few a number of our tribal members who deserve a chance, to deserve an opportunity to make a living is just egregious. I find that to be a black eye, a black mark on our tribe. We have plenty of intelligence. We have plenty of people who are talented. We have plenty of opportunities that we can offer them in management, in all levels of the casino operation. I do feel like we need to train, we need to educate, and we need to hold those people to a level, a standard that would benefit their lives, as well as keeping the gaming industry strong and viable as it is. It is a very competitive market,
Yes.
and I do believe that number represents the fact that the competition is very stiff in that field, because it is a good living and a good livelihood. So if we can improve that number with education, with training, then by all means, I just feel like that's part of the importance of that, and also the goal of the tribe. to really help our people. And I do think that's the entire crux to that, is that we are out there for our people, and we're going to do everything we can to improve that number for sure.
How familiar are you with our gaming ordinances, and what are your thoughts about the gaming ordinances?
I am not very familiar with gaming ordinances at all. I've read some. I've looked up on the internet with some of the information that they offer in that area. I'll get better at it as I go along. I'm just not familiar with it as of now.
Okay.
But I hope to read up more on that and to learn and to be educated by those who do know.
Okay. What are your thoughts on how many boards and commissions we have total in the tribe?
Again, I'm woefully inadequate on that to know very much about our tribal system and how it works. And I do know that we have lots of good people who run lots of good departments and programs. I've been benefited by quite a few of our programs. The diabetic section does a wonderful job. They're helpful. They inform you of a balanced life, a balanced diet, and I think that's really our goal as a tribe, is just to be there to offer up the support, offer up the information that is vital to keep our people as an entity strong and moving forward into the next generation.
That's good. Do you have any closing remarks or closing thoughts you would like to share with our Comanche voters?
As a proud Numina of many generations of Numina, I feel honored and privileged to be a member of the Comanche Nation. I've always looked up to our elders. I've always looked to our leaders to lead us in a direction into the new times and the new economic times, as it were. I've always been proud to support any of our leaders in any way that I could, and I would continue to do so as the Secretary-Treasurer of this tribe. I have a passion for our people, for our traditions, for our culture. I think it's very important to carry that on. I get a bit jealous of those youth eyeballs all the time. They're always talking amongst themselves in their own native language, and sometimes I long for those days of conversing and carrying on a conversation in our own language. And so I think that's one of the goals of leadership, is to promote that, to promote pride in our heritage, where we came from, to promote all of the activities that really grow our children into young adults and into eldership as they mature in age. So we have a lot to look forward to as Comanche people. We have opportunities that are just abundant. And so that's my fervent wish, is that the tribe continue to grow and to become such an integral part of Southwest Oklahoma.
Well, thank you so much for your time today, Mr. Tahmakera. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate y'all.